So this is going to be part 2 of my 3-part video on why the Soul Calibur series is so influential to me and why it's like my favorite of the fighting games. We talked a lot about the lore and the characterization in yesterday's video and the weapon styles, and today I want to go more into some of the various aspects of the modes of Soul Calibur that I think are just like really unique. Mortal Kombat Armageddon tried to pull off character creation, and to an extent I think they very much succeeded. I don't know why they dropped it from that point on. It was like one of my favorite aspects of that game, but from Soul Calibur 3 it's really been a staple to have character creation as part of its like mainstay. And a lot of the community that watches me in particular, they always vocalize how much the character creation is a big part of why they play the game. For me myself as well, I just love creating all the different characters and putting other universe characters into the world of Soul Calibur and having them duke it out with your favorite characters from that universe. And it is a really good, solid character creation engine, even though like 6 isn't as good as 5 and needs to be built upon. Just the fact that you can create some of these, like if you're gonna go watch like Dark Nemesis 666 channel, he does great character creations, and some of them I'm like, did you mod that? Like, how did you make that? Because I can't even do that. So I don't know, like the community around character creation itself is like huge, right? Even like Maximilian Dude does like rate the, I forget what the series is called, but he like rates like character creations from like Soul Calibur and stuff. It's just like having showcases and showing off your characters and being able to like upload them and download your favorites and stuff. It's just like a really fun aspect of the game. Being able to like have a Soul Calibur game where like Deadpool can verse like Spawn, right? Or like Batman can go up against like Sephiroth. Like it's just like a really unique and awesome thing to have in a fighting game, and I think it adds to the longevity of that game itself. Tekken leans into this a bit with their character customization, so you can pretty much customize their characters similar to how you saw with Virtual Fighter 5 by giving them accessories and items and changing their hairstyles and colors and things like that. But it's a lot more limited than the free-flowing character creation that you would find in a Soul Calibur game, where you can't actually really create like specific characters, almost like homages to those characters. But I feel like in 6 you can really get away with like creating like a lot of good stuff. Like I said, there's characters that I created in 5 that I actually can't create in 6 because they were locked behind like the race systems and stuff in this game in particular, like Nightcrawler and stuff like that. But I am looking forward to them opening up the system more when it comes to the next game. But character creation is definitely another one of my favorite aspects of Soul Calibur and why I'm so involved and interested in the series. But it goes beyond that, because when you're playing like Libra of Souls, you are opted to create a character in the beginning of that, right? And this character is what the whole story of Soul Calibur 6 is really based around. And some people create themselves, like I did, and some people just create like wacky creations to go up against other things. But it almost opens up a whole new world of replayability and possibility in Libra of Souls, because if you get past like just paying money to traverse and doing the normal just like talking and reading text thing, you get these Astral Portals that pop up where you're playing real characters that are created from real players. Now they're controlled by AI, they're not controlled by actual players, because logistically that would be like almost insane to pull off, but it feels like almost like a community effort. Like you get to see other people's creations, get inspired to make your own, and all the meanwhile your character is the main focal point of this story mode. And giving you that kind of control really like brings out more of me wanting to play the game, especially when you have to tip the scales for making decisions of whether you want a good ending or a bad ending. Unlocking the secret bosses, going up against the ancestors once you level up your weapons. And that's another part of Libra that I really enjoy, that I wish that they would bring back from 3, is you start with your base weapon, and then like you have to level this weapon up, and then you fight like the ancient for that weapon. And I really like the level up system in this. I just wish it would carry over into the main game as well, not stay within Libra of Souls, but I totally understand why they did that. But there's just so much to this mode, and so much to the character creation, and so much more that you can actually do within Soul Calibur that it just like stands head and shoulders above the rest. You can almost play a completely different game if you're doing matches of just created characters and not like actual story mode characters. And there's so much like more headcanon and like fun that you can have while you're engaging and immersing yourself in these different modes that involve created character. Like in Soul Calibur 5, they had that like endless card battle mode where like you get a trophy if you actually get to like Harada's character, which was really funny. But you just really get to see like the creativity that other players have, and it's inspiring, and it really makes me want to play more, to see more and to do more and to just immerse myself in that world. The only thing that I wish that you could do is actually customize like your weapons more. Maybe that'll come. In this game you can customize like them with colors and stuff, and that's kind of cool, but I wish you could add like the stickers and stuff at least, just to give it like a little bit more flair and make them a little bit like more differentiated from their actual like real counterparts of like the characters that utilize them. But beyond that, like, it's something that is a reason why I play Soul Calibur. Like, a lot of people will come in the comments and be like, oh, well, character creation is just like a small aspect of it, or they need to get rid of character creation. I've heard from so many people, and I think that's like utter nonsense. Like, it's a staple of the series at this point. It's been in more games than it hasn't been in, and the community around just the character creation is so large that if you cut that part of Soul Calibur out, you might like kill the franchise. So I think that's like not really a good take. A lot of those people are like online only, like people that want to just like play ranked mode and stuff, and I can understand not wanting character creation as part of ranked. I think that should be taken out, and ranked should just be the base roster because of different characters' reach and stuff like that when it comes to character creation, their hitboxes. But so I feel for them on them, but there's a way of doing that. You should just have like a character creation ranked mode and like a normal ranked mode, and both have different ranks. I think that would be the best way to implement that. But yeah, I don't know where the series would be without character creation. It's probably #1 my favorite aspect of Soul Calibur, what I look forward to the most when I get a new Soul Calibur game, and I think they did a really good job incorporating it into the actual canon this time around, so that's always really good. And I'm really looking forward to what they do with the engine of Soul Calibur 7, and I hope it's less limited and more open, like similar to how 5 was, but actually give us a lot more than they did in 5. But yeah, so we're going to bring this video to a close for part 2. You can see the final version tomorrow on part 3, where I talk about a lot of the aspects that are pretty niche when it comes to Soul Calibur that people may not find super appealing, that I actually enjoy and makes it set apart from the rest. And I'll catch you back tomorrow.